welcome to my channel. So excuse me looking so goddamn rough, like I do feel very rough. So I'm currently in Izmir in Turkey. I arrived last night about 11, but I didn't really get much sleep because obviously the prayers, and I think a lot of students stay in this hotel, so the struggle is real. I am very tired, but I am here to get my teeth done. So this is my natural teeth. My other videos have been filmed with my clip-in veneers, which I've been wearing now for 4 years. I do rate clip-in veneers. They are really good. They look really good on pictures. They give you that extra confidence boost. And I've always wanted my teeth done anyway, but it is quite expensive in the UK and quite long-winded. But you know, I think having the veneers, the clip-in ones, has cemented the fact that I really do want and need my teeth done so bad. So I'm going to be as honest as possible with you, because if you're watching this video, then the chances are that you are seriously looking into getting dentistry abroad. I know a lot of people are against it, and so please don't come with hate, because I'm not interested. I've done my research. I'm a fully grown woman, and this is the best thing for me. The clinic that I'm going with is called Dent 35. As I say, they are based in Izmir in Turkey. I've been speaking to this company now for a couple of years, but I actually booked my appointment with them in June 2023. Went out in February 24. So the way that you book your dentist appointment, let's say, with them, is you buy your plane ticket and obviously let them know all your plane details, and that is how they book. So you never send them any money before you get into the country, nothing at all. They don't take a deposit. They won't take any money until just before your new crowns are installed, and that's when you'll pay. So if you do contact anyone on Instagram or any other social media platform, which is how I've contacted mine, and a lot of other people that have come from all over the world to get dentistry in Turkey have also done the same. If anyone is asking you to pay any money upright, then please be very wary of that you're not being scammed, because dentistry in Turkey is now very popular. I'm not the first person to come and get it done, and I'm certainly not going to be the last. So I'll talk about the treatment that I've been quoted for. Now, it is only a quote because you may need additional treatment when you come over here, because of course without your dentist actually doing an x-ray of your mouth and how everything is, you can't really know what is exactly needed. It is just some really detailed photos that you send to them, and then they let you know if you will be able to obviously have the treatment with them. So like I say, I arrived in Izmir last night around 11 o'clock. Last night was Saturday, today's Sunday. The dentist is closed, so it's like a nice little kind of chill day for me, just to get my bearings around the hotel, just to kind of chill for the big day tomorrow. I am getting picked up at 9 o'clock. And that's when everything will start. So the treatment I have been quoted for is, so I have got my lateral incisor is behind, so that's going to obviously be extracted, and then I'm going to have a bridge here for the one tooth that I don't have, which will be connected onto this one, and then I'm going to have 23 zirconium crowns. Now, because I'm having a bridge, I wouldn't have been able to have EMAX anyway, even if I'd wanted to, which I'm not really interested in EMAX, to be honest. I think EMAX is a bit of a new phase. I've heard that they don't really last that long. So zirconium is obviously the strongest. It's a white metal, and if you look after them properly, which I very much intend to, they can last you, 20-25 years. So, that's good if none fall out. Which wouldn't be good. So my treatment also includes all my x-rays and my medication. It also includes my week stay in Izmir. My hotel is a basic bitch hotel. It's probably like a 2-star. It does include breakfast. It does have good amenities and facilities here. There's a good gym, there's a good restaurant, there's a nice cute cafe. It's got its own mini market. It's got a swimming pool, but that's outside, and it's not too hot here to go in the pool, so that's not an option. But it does have good amenities, but it is just basic. Like, I would never pay to stay here, let's put it that way. But it's not a holiday, it is just somewhere for me to chill in between my dentist visits. So all my dentist visits, I get picked up in one of their minivans, which, you say a minivan, it's a 9-seater. It's bougie. It was so bougie. It's also a bit like, everyone knows what you're here for, because they picked me up from the airport. Izmir airport is small, so when I was waiting for my suitcase to come through, I could see the van outside that said Dent 35 in big orange letters on it. So I was like, oh, there it is. So that made me excited, because obviously coming alone, I did have mad anxiety about it, which I believe is normal. And one of the anxieties that I had is, what if someone don't pick me up from the airport? Then what the hell do I do? I do have obviously the number for the dentist and things like that, but it would have been out of hours. So yeah, I was just glad to see the van there. So I bounced into the van. He was like, do you want any drinks, any snacks? I was like, oh, this is good. He showed me how everything is. They are gorgeous inside. Obviously I'll put the videos of all that on. So yeah, you get picked up from the airport with Dent 35. You get taken to all of your visits. He walked me to the check-in. His name's Matt, and he stayed with me until I got checked in. So, you know, for that, and for the communication that the dentist has had with me for all the time, because I've asked so many questions, they must have been sick of me, but they didn't let on that they were. You know, their communication and the way that they're making me feel looked after already has been second to none. So if you are like me and you do suffer with anxiety and you don't really want to come alone, then obviously definitely bring someone. But because I know it's not a holiday and I don't know how I'm going to feel, I might just be really miserable this time tomorrow and in a lot of pain. So for me, I naturally kind of invert into myself, and I couldn't be asked to entertain anyone when I'm feeling, you know, not great myself. So I did come alone, and that's fine. It is a bit boring, but Netflix is working over here, so happy days. So yeah, that's my my treatment. So £3,820 is what they have quoted me on all of that. I think I did mention as well, I'll be having gum contouring just at the top, and that's to shape your gums ready for the crowns, which I definitely will need, because the way that my teeth are placed, my gums are quite square. I've heard mixed things about that, but we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to be numb, so I think I'll be okay initially, and then probably a bit sore in the evening, but it is what it is. You know, I just think of the end game, and it is going to be worth it, because anything's going to be better than this. So any additional treatments? Potentially. Like I say, you don't know until you have those x-rays. So they've given me prices for fillings, £50 each, and further extractions, £50 each, and root canal a further £100 each. So a lot of people that come over here kind of skim over the root canal thing, but me personally, I think to have root canal is quite a big procedure for your tooth, because obviously it's drilling down and removing the root just to make it stronger. I do have some teeth that are quite sensitive, so I'm thinking to myself that potentially I will need root canal. I don't think I will need at all any further extractions or fillings, because they're not going to fill a tooth that they're cementing and crowning anyway, are they? So I don't think that I'll be needing them, but it's good that they've obviously advised me of everything that I might come across. So yeah, today is Sunday. I'm getting picked up again by Met tomorrow in the morning from main reception at 9 o'clock. So yeah, we'll see how I get on. Hopefully I'll look a bit fresher when I speak to you next, but probably not. I might be dribbling like a St. Bernard dog or something, do you know what I mean? But we'll see. I've been quite brave this far, I think, getting on a plane on my own. is probably the bravest thing that I've ever done. So I don't think I'm going to be bothered tomorrow. I'll be like, yeah, numb me up, let's crack on. You know, because I'm excited to get that extracted, if nothing else. So it's the bane of my life. But UK dentists have always said it's a healthy tooth, so they've not always been prepared to help. It's not healthy, is it, if it's not meant to be there? You know, I don't know. I've never had a good experience with UK dentists, so let's see what Turkey can do for me. So yeah, for the rest of my day on my own, I'm just going to Netflix it out and just relax. I'm going to have a nice shower, wash my hair all ready for the morning, and I'll check in with you guys when I can speak again and let you know exactly what colour I went for. The style and the shape that I want is between two. So I really like the natural, but I don't like fangs. I don't want any fangs. So I want a cross of like the Hollywood and the natural, if that's even possible. I just don't want them to look like a big block. So yeah, and so far from research and things, the colour that I am wanting is B2, because I'm not coming over here and paying for yellow teeth. It's just not going to happen. But I also don't want them to be that bright that I feel self-conscious of my new smile, like I feel self-conscious of these teeth. So yeah, I guess until I see them up close and do the eye test, 'cause it's meant to be the same whiteness as your eye. I don't know, but I think BL2 is the one I'm going to go for anyway, because like I say, I'm not going to come over here and pay for yellow teeth. Fuck that. Right, so that's everything. I love a good ramble, don't I? This video is going to be so long, but I'd rather give you all the information so that you're not coming away from the video thinking, but what about this, but what about that? Because there's lots of videos on here. As before, when I did my boob job video, you know, there were certain things that weren't really covered, and I appreciate I didn't do a follow-up video on it, but time just went. I was back at work and there wasn't really anything to say. Like, I didn't have any issues with my boobs whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, you can see the difference from the last video that I did. I mean, who wouldn't be happy with these? They're incredible, and I've literally had no problems whatsoever. Nuffield Hospital, 10/10 recommendation for them. Hello, so what a day it has been. Let me try and prop this up. So yeah, obviously today I had my treatment, my first day at Dent 35, so everything has gone well. That's the main thing. But if anyone says it's light work getting your teeth done, it's not. So I got picked up at 9 o'clock in the morning on the same bus of theirs, minibus of theirs, that picked me up from the airport. There was actually a couple on there. One of the women had already had her teeth done. They looked amazing. And her partner was getting his done, and there was another guy on there, so they're also staying at this hotel that I'm staying at as well. So it was quite reassuring that there was some other people that were getting the treatment from obviously the UK as well. So I was hearing really good things about it, which put me at rest. I was very, very nervous this morning, but obviously I know why I'm doing it, and you know, I'm so happy that I have had it done. I always knew today was going to be the hardest. So when I got there, they did my x-rays. Like I said on the previous clip, they do this to obviously assess what it is that you actually do need. Make sure that you haven't got any infections or anything underlying that you know, is going to cause problems. I was really lucky, actually. I didn't have any infections. I mean, I didn't think I did, but apparently you don't always know. So, and if there's things wrong with your roots, you don't always know as well. So yeah, I had my x-ray and there was no infections, so I didn't need any further treatment. So the price of £3,820 was what I paid them today, and that is what they quoted me, obviously, before I got here, because I don't need anything additional. So what did I have done today? I had 23 teeth shaved, and I had the extraction, and now I've got the plastics on, which are They're disgusting. It literally takes them like 2 minutes to make. They make it from a cast of your own teeth, what they took before you had them shaved down. And then when you've got your pegs, they take another mould and they make them from that. They just do it in front of you. So they're quite rough. They're not filed. They're not, you know, they're not anything special. I am going to be going back tomorrow. I'm getting picked up at around 10:30. And yeah, I'm not really sure what they're going to be doing tomorrow, because if I'm honest, I was over it. I was so over it. Today's been tough, you know, I'm not going to lie. Pain, not pain. I'm just going to put it out there. It isn't pain, it's sensitivity. A lot of people whose videos I've watched said that the injections that they had were the worst bit and they were really painful. I've seen videos of people having their injections to numb them up and, you know, jumping and stuff. The injections are nothing. They don't numb me. Well, they didn't numb me before they did the injections. So, you know, if I was going to feel anything, I would, I guess. But no, the injections were light work. He said, my dentist Arda said, if you feel anything, put your hand up. I did have to put my hand up a few times, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes when he was filing, I got a pang of sensitivity that went straight up, which wasn't pleasant. So I'll put my hand up, jab, put my hand up, jab. At one point he was laughing at me. Maybe I'd asked too much, because towards the end, like, my lips felt like they were literally out here. I couldn't talk. He was trying to ask me questions and I was like, I just couldn't talk. I felt like an idiot. But I think everyone's in the same position. So I don't know why they try and make conversation with you when you can't speak. But they were all lovely. They were all fabulous. I can't fault anything. What's it like getting your teeth filed? It's not the best, but it's pretty quick. I mean, I say pretty quick. I was probably having the filing for around 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours. So, you know, it's not all day having them filed, but today was a really long appointment because of everything that I had to have, and there was a lot of waiting around, and, you know, in between having x-rays and having your photos taken and everything else. So yeah, the sound of when they file your teeth down is horrible. I closed my eyes the whole time when they were filing my teeth, because when you have your teeth, sorry, not your teeth open, when you have your eyes open, it's almost like, it looks like smoke. It literally looks like smoke. I guess it's because of the dust from the bones of your teeth evaporating. Yeah, the smell's not great. I can't even describe what the smell is, but I guess that's what it smells like when you're filing bone. And yeah, I've had gum contouring today as well. You know, my gums are like quite M-shaped now, ready for the crowns to go on. So when I kind of was at the end of the day, literally waiting for them to do my plastics, because I've had an extraction as well. There was bleeding, so we just wanted to wait for the bleeding to go, and then you know, put my temporaries in. So the sensitivity started to come back, which must have meant that the anaesthetic was obviously wearing off on the top. And when he had to put the air on it and the water to clean it, I was a bit like, you know, ow, that hurts. And he was like, I know it hurts. I'm sorry, it won't take me long. He was literally saying, there's no point giving you more anaesthetic, because, you know, the hard stuff is literally over. Yeah. So the hard stuff is over. But yeah, that wasn't pleasant. So I think that's what my pain is. I think it's a bit of soreness from having the tooth pulled, which, by the way, I did not feel. I didn't even know he'd done it. I had to ask him if he'd done it, because I thought he was having problems pulling it out. Because he was like, I heard like a little crunch. It was so minor. And that must be when it came out, but I didn't know. And he was saying to me, can you feel anything? Do you feel pain? I was like, no, don't feel anything. And then he kind of put like a gauze, like it pulled my head back and put a gauze. And I thought he was having problems pulling my tooth. I didn't know it was a gauze. I don't know what it was. I thought it was another like impression, because I've had so many impressions taken today. But it wasn't, it was a gauze, because obviously he was stemming the bleed. And that's when I said to him, with this gauze in my mouth, like, is it out? And he was like, yeah. He said, it's there. And he showed me my my tooth on the table. So I was like, oh yeah. So it is. So having the tooth pulled, if you're worried about that, don't be, because it's so quick, like you literally don't know that it's being done. But your tooth being filed, no, it don't hurt when you're getting it done. It's just the noise. It's awful. It rings through your ears. Like, I spoke to my partner when I got back to the room, and I said to her, I'll probably be having nightmares tonight. Like, that sound, it's just an awful, awful sound. And obviously, I've had quite a lot filed down, as I'm having 24 teeth done. So, you know, a lot of people might get 10 up and 10 down. That wouldn't have been enough for me. So it might have been easier, but it's difficult getting them done. You know, my heart was beating quite quick for a lot of it, and then I'd kind of calm down, then it would go on to a different bit. And yeah, like I say, I definitely put my hand up a few times to have more anaesthetic, but that's absolutely fine. If you need to do that, just do it. You know, they don't want you to be in pain, and obviously you don't want to be in pain yourself. That's ridiculous. So yeah, what else do I need to tell you? Because it's just been like, I can't believe it's actually done. Oh, I'm relieved it's done, because this was obviously the worst bit. I think everyone that goes to Turkey to get the teeth down will agree that the thought of getting your teeth filed and any extractions and things, always the worst bit. The good news is though, like I say, I didn't need anything additional. Oh, and he's also changed. So I had black fillings, because that's what they do in the UK, even though I was still like very young when I got them fillings. I think I was 14 or 15, and I had 3 fillings, and they were all black and disgusting. Well, they're gone now, and they're white fillings now. He's also done the same to the one at the top. And there was no additional charge on them, so I don't know, they might surprise me with it, but I don't think they will. Like I say, they did take my money today. And I was glad about that, to be honest, because carrying £3,800 around in my bag, being a solo traveller, no, that gives me anxiety. Everything gives me anxiety, but different levels of it. Having that money on me, yeah, that gave me a mad anxiety, so I'm glad it's gone now. So yeah, at least I'll be going home with a bit of money, so I can treat the family to a nice meal for putting up with all my new turkey teeth bullshit, which I know that they're bored of, but hey ho. I've been too excited about it. So yeah, I have got some medication as well. So this is the antibiotic. You have to take it twice daily, once in the morning, once at night. And this is the pain relief. Again, this has to be taken once in the morning, once at night. I've been told that these are very strong. I did take one when I came back from the dentist, because I was feeling a lot of sensitivity, and you know, I think it is sensitivity that I'm feeling, but a little bit sore. My jaw was killing, and I do actually feel like my jaw is bruised here. I'm not going to lie. It feels like it's bruised. I think you get to a point when you're having your teeth shaved that you're literally so numb that I don't even know if I was opening my mouth. Like, my mouth just didn't feel like it was mine anymore. Like, at that point, I did not own my mouth and my lips. I don't know whose they were, but I didn't own them either. So I think he had to keep holding my lips down, and yeah, so I do feel bruised on my jaw. That's the only way to describe it. Like, that bruise feels like it's up here. So we'll see in the morning if I wake up with a bruise. If I do, I do. I don't, I don't. But that's just the way that it feels. And that was really troubling me. But to be honest, it has gone off now. But it could be the painkillers, you know what I mean? Because like I say, apparently they are very good. My medication was included in my price. As I said before, not everybody's is, so check on that, because I don't know how much they'll want to charge you for that, but who knows. So yeah, overall it's been a very successful day. I'm not going to lie and say I'm not relieved that I didn't have to have root canals, because I am so relieved that I didn't have to have them. I don't think I would have known what they were doing, because to be honest, I only thought he'd done a couple of teeth filed at the top, and then he showed me and they were all filed at the top. I was thinking, well, I don't even know that you touched that one. So some parts of your mouth, they definitely numb different to others. Other parts, don't be too worried, but they don't numb as well. My molars at the top, the big ones, they just don't numb very well for me. Clearly, I've found that out. And my teeth in on this side, it doesn't seem to numb very well either. I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but this is just my experience. I did feel pain after I'd had my teeth filed and the extraction. A lot of people's videos, they're like, oh no, I'm fine, you know, I could just go out and have a cocktail or three and get all dressed up and everything. No, I just wanted to get back to my hotel and just lie down. I just felt like over it. I was so over it. And like I say, the sensitivity, when that anaesthetic started wearing off, the sensitivity was absolutely there. Not all over, but prominent in certain areas. And right now, I can't distinguish what pain is from the extraction and what pain is from, obviously, having my teeth filed. I don't know, to be honest. So, but yeah, I feel a lot better now that that sensitivity feeling is wearing off. I feel better. I feel relieved that today is over with. My plan's all coming together. My bridge is going to be covering 4 teeth because of how it is. I found out today that one side of my face is longer than the other, and that's why my natural teeth kind of veered off to one side. Who knew? Now I do. You learn something new every day. My dentist is a complete perfectionist as well. He took my molds of my top teeth 5 or 6 times. But at that point, obviously, when the anaesthetic's wearing off, you're feeling a bit sore. You're feeling very sensitive from all the air and you know, from the air that they put onto you and everything. I was just so over having my head yanked back and having these molds taken. Or I was over it quick. They do have to quite, you know, roughly yank your head back, so be prepared for that. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to make you scream out in pain, it's not like that, but it's a bit of a shock because they have to put them in, you know, you want them to get the best impression. And all going through my shaving, it kept telling me to close my mouth, open my mouth, close my mouth, but I couldn't even tell if I was doing any of that apart from opening it, because I was so numb and my lip just felt like it was hanging off my face. But yeah, the temps are minging. They just make them so quick. He made them while he was next to me, and then he filed off the excess and just clipped them on. So they're not glued in, so they could easily come off, but they're not going to be on for a long time anyway, so I'm not really bothered. I've been told to gently brush my gums. Not bothered about me brushing the teeth, they said, but just brush the gums very gently. And yeah, that's it then. So the biggest day, done, completed it, mate, thank fuck. So tomorrow, yeah, I'm getting picked up at about 10, 10:30. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, but I'm going to a different dentist because Dent 35 have got a few different dentists, and I was told that this appointment would only be about an hour, something to do with alignment. I don't know. I'm just going to be there, do you know what I mean? So I'll check in with you on my appointment day 2. Hello, I am back and it is day 2. So today I was picked up by Matt again, and picked up about 10:30, but it was a little bit late. The traffic's just been crazy all day because obviously I can hear it from my room as well as see it when I was out. So we picked up the other guy that is having his teeth done that's staying at this hotel as well, and we went to the original dentist that I was at yesterday for all my treatment, but then I did get taken over to another Dent 35 that is in Izmir city centre, about a 20-minute drive away. That dentist is really nice, I must admit. I don't know why I'm at that one now, but it was obviously the same dentist, Dr. Arda. So today I didn't see my new teeth because they are still being made. But what I did get measured up with was the pegs that my new crowns are going to be obviously attached onto. So they did have to take my plastics off today. And it was a bit sensitive. I think I was more like when they were tugging, or when he was tugging to get the veneers off, in places it feels like your tooth's going to be yanked out or something, because obviously I've only got pegs under here now, so they probably are quite vulnerable to say the least. So it wasn't really painful, it was just a bit because they did have to press them in right into my gums, and obviously my gums aren't healed yet because I only had the treatment yesterday. So it was a little bit sensitive in places, but very manageable. I didn't have any pain relief for this part, but like I say, it was manageable. It was more me being a bit afraid of what he was doing and the tugging and everything else. So he tried all of the pegs onto my little shark teeth. He did some alterations, so he marked with a pencil and then he was drilling or like filing bits off. Obviously I'm going to have a bridge, so the bridge is going to cover 3 teeth or 4, 3 or 4 teeth, so it's going to start from that one, my first tooth. Like I say, my dentist is a perfectionist. I'm so glad that he's doing my teeth, because if anything's not to his liking, then straight away is like getting everyone involved. And he wasn't happy with the bridge. He said that he thought that there was a gap, but to be honest, when he put the water on, which wasn't nice because it's obviously very cold and my teeth are very sensitive, but when he did that, nothing come through the other side. So I don't know, I think it's just his perspective, but like I say, I'm happy for him to be a perfectionist. I'm all for it. You'd rather someone be a perfectionist than, go back to the UK and have loads of problems. Full fat Coke, I know, I never drink full fat Coke, but I'm not really eating a great deal out here. Even though I did just have a banging mushroom and chicken Alfredo, I think it's called, pasta. I've got a bit of mushroom stuck in my plastics though, I'm not going to lie. That's the dentist problems more, I guess. So Matt said yesterday that the dentist appointment today would probably only be an hour, but it was a lot longer than that. To be fair, I was waiting for Matt to take me to the other dentist for half an hour, which was pointless. I don't know why I had to sit there and wait for him, but hey ho. So if obviously I'd not been waiting around and just gone straight to that dentist instead of the original dentist I was at yesterday, it wouldn't have took as long. But yeah, I was glad it was over, because like I say, it was just the feeling of having the crowns pushed up into your gums and stuff when your gums are still raw from being filed down and contoured less than 24 hours previous. Yeah, it's crazy, to be honest. I'm feeling fine off my medication. A few people said that the meds over here make them feel ill. They don't make me feel any kind of way, which is good. But then I guess, again with the medication, it's not quite been 24 hours yet. So, I don't know. But yeah, that was today. So, I don't know that I've watched a video where people go and get their the inside of their crowns tried on and filed. So if that's something unique for my dentist, then thumbs up. The care that they're giving me, and like I say, my dentist being a perfectionist, that's amazing, because otherwise I might just get everything fitted and tried on narrative Friday, and then it's too late for these kind of changes to be made then, because you're going home the next day. So I'd rather all this be done now. So in Izmir today, let me scooch the camera if I can. No, it's not letting me on this video. So it is a gorgeous day. The sun has been shining since quite early today. Now my view is nothing to write home about, but This is Izmir. I mean, I have gone into Izmir city centre today, and it is pretty much the same as this. So there is loads of apartments and flats. I think that a lot of obviously, you know, local people to this area live here, and yeah, there's loads of mosques everywhere. I mean, I've never been to a place in Turkey where I've noticed this many mosques, but maybe it's because there is so many people that live here, Turkish people. So I think, you know, if you were coming to Izmir, I don't think that you'll be coming for a holiday. It's just not that kind of place. If I was, you know, with someone else here and wanted to go out and about, there is a bazaar. I've been told that they sell like all your fake goods there, but people are quite pushy there as well, apparently. And then there is 2 like shopping malls that are not far from me, so one's one way and one's the other. But as I said on my first video, I am here alone and I've got no interest in going out and about. I'm happy just to be in my room and be in my hotel. So I got some food from my hotel today. As I said, the pasta, I've ate that fine, no problems. There was such a nice vibe in the restaurant as well, like everyone was so lovely. So I did the proper Brit thing and I just left them a tip, because I know that certain money, we can't transfer it anyway at home, and I just really like them. They were all dead lovely. They all definitely know that I'm here to have my teeth done. But one guy was like, I'll make you a coffee. I was like, oh, how much? He says, no price for coffee. I was like, okay. So yeah, to be honest, because I feel okay, I might go and jam down there because they've got sports on and stuff. And yeah, it'd be nice to just get out of my room, and I'm still on the hotel grounds. So, you know, the room, I still stand by it. It's a basic bitch room. It's not somewhere that I would happily pay to stay. If I'd paid for this, you know, in a hotel like holiday situation, then yeah, I wouldn't have been happy whatsoever. But the facilities that are in this hotel and the atmosphere in the hotel is really, really good. I do want to get a massage and potentially get my eyelashes done, just so I can go home and look, you know, oh, everything done. I was going to get my Botox out here as well, because I've not had Botox for a while, because I've just been saving hard for my teeth. That's all I've been thinking about. But my Botox lady is amazing back in the UK, and you know, the way I was seeing it over here is you pay the same amount for Botox over here. It's just as expensive as home, so I won't be saving anything. And I normally need a top up because I've got quite a stubborn forehead. My frown lines are quite deep, so I won't get a top up over here, will I? Because I'm only, you know, I'm going home on Saturday morning quite early, so I just thought there's no point getting my Botox over here, absolutely no point at all. But of course, with the money that I've saved from thankfully not having any infections and not needing any additional treatment over here, I can obviously get my Botox with the lovely lady that I've been going to for years. I don't keep up with Botox though, I don't know, I love it when I've got it, but because it only lasts about 10 weeks, I'm just really rubbish at keeping up with that. And I always say, yeah, I'm going to stick with it this time, I'm going to keep getting it, but then I just don't. But yeah, you know, having my teeth done over here is one thing, having Botox over here might not go so well. But yeah, it is, the aesthetic clinic is Dent 35's clinic, so of course it does belong to the dentist that I'm with, and I'm sure everything will be absolutely fine. But you know, if I get back and I'll need my top up, then I'm not going to be able to have one over here, am I? And then my aesthetic nurse might not be able to treat me because she won't know what Botox they've used, because you shouldn't mix some Botox, I think, because it's obviously not best practice to do that. So yeah, that's what I've done today. Like I say, it is really, really nice and sunny outside. I've got the big door open, and I've been catching some rays, catching some more freckles on my balcony. Had some food, so I'm quite nice and full up now. I would say enjoying a full fat Coke, but it's bad. But because I've not been eating a lot, I just thought if I get some full fat drinks, then at least I'll have a bit of an energy boost. Because yesterday all I ate was noodles, because you can just swallow them. I was scared because of the extraction, thinking I don't want any food to go up there and everything else, but I don't think it does anyway. So yeah, today was, I was glad today was over, but I feel like I'll be like that every single day when I have something done at the dentist, because I think it's such a vulnerable position to be in. Obviously having your head back and having someone in your mouth, and often there is people that is training, I think, because my dentist does train people. Now, my teeth haven't been straightforward at all. I didn't expect that they would have been this hard work, but they are, because of the way that my teeth were growing, and because obviously with one side of my face being longer than the other, and obviously having the extraction, so having a tooth missing, and there was something wrong with my bite as well. So today he's really been working on my bite, but I don't know where my bite's meant to be, because obviously all my life I've lived with wonky teeth. So when he says, oh, can you feel this, can you feel this, and I'm like, yes, no, yeah, I don't know. And then he says, oh, you shouldn't feel that, oh, you shouldn't bite from there. But I don't know where my bite should be from, because I've never had a perfect straight smile. So I think I was probably, it wasn't horrible or anything, but I think I probably stressed him out a little bit, because he put this, like, I can only describe it as like putty, and he was asking me to bite into the back. Obviously I had the stumps on, but they obviously weren't glued in, so when the putty was connected, obviously it ripped up all the veneers, not veneers, all the stumps for the crown that they're going to be attached to, and I'd done it wrong because I bit at the front instead of the back. So we had to take them out, put my stumps back on, make some more dough, and then go again. But I didn't get what he meant, so I don't know. He filed the stumps down as well, and that just made me feel so frightened, because I know that they're the stumps and not my teeth. These are the stumps that are going to go into the zirconium crowns, which will obviously have the cement in them. So that's what I've had in. I've not seen my teeth yet, because like I say, they are still being made. So when he was filing down my teeth today, it wasn't my teeth, it was the stumps. But it was so scary, because obviously when the water's on it as well, I was getting that sensitivity, and it was just scary, because he like made me sit up and do a smile, and then he was like filing these bottom two teeth and filing at the top, and I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm feeling so scared, like I was proper shaking, and I don't know, it was like I was thinking he was going to drill my teeth, and I was going to feel that feeling that I felt yesterday. But yeah, it's a madness actually. Like I said, I didn't wake up in any pain this morning. I didn't wake up in the night with any pain, so that's good. A couple of sensitivity bits and bobs, and when I've brushed my gums last night and this morning, the toothpaste has made them sting a little bit. But yeah, it's all manageable so far, and like I say, the worst bit is done now with the filing of the teeth and the extraction, so everything else should be pretty breezy. But yeah, he's had his work cut out with my mouth because of how my teeth were positioned. But this is why I've had them over here, because I couldn't have had veneers because they weren't straight enough, and even if I had Invisalign, it wouldn't have sorted the problem, they would have still moved. And because of my age as well, I'm going to be 38 this year. After you get to a certain age, you can't really move your teeth, so it's probably a bit too late for me to, have had anything like that done in the UK. So if people are like, oh, you just need whitening and you just need this, well, obviously my dentist has said, yeah, there is problems, but nothing that we can't sort. We just have to do some tweaks here and there, and that's fine. So I already feel like I've learned so much about my teeth and how they've grown, my jawline, even my face symmetry, everything, and I've never been told any of that by a dentist at home. They've just never been interested, never. They never wanted to extract even that tooth that wasn't meant to be there. Like they've they've always been very arsey as well, and I've always felt really rushed at home at the dentist. And you know, when I've gone in there, like I'm feeling really nervous, and obviously, you know, your palms are sweating and you're shaking. I've never had a single dentist be like, oh, you'll be fine, or try and reassure me, try and calm me down, nothing. But when I said to my dentist, like Dr. Oda, that I was feeling really scared, like, you know, he was like, it's okay, like, and he was so, for the most part, he is so gentle. But I know the parts when he's being rough, he has to, because he still has to put the stumps that I tried on today, they still have to go into my gum where he's contoured them. So I get that. And like I say, it was manageable. I didn't have any pain relief today. I was just a bit scared, you know, scared of the pressure when he was pushing, and scared of the pressure when he was taking the plastics off and stuff. But that's just me. Not everyone's, you know, bothered like that. But yeah, the feeling of it is just a bit scary for me personally. So yeah, tomorrow I get to see my new teeth, and even trying on the stumps today, because I know that the zirconium crowns are going to be attached onto them. And I had a look, obviously, when I had the stumps on, and even though there's still space obviously in between them because your teeth are going to go on them, they're straight. I've got a lateral incisor in the right place, so they already, even without the zirconium crowns on, they already look amazing. They're all where they should be. So yeah, I can't wait to see them tomorrow. It's going to be emotional. I'm going to have to get the waterproof mascara out for sure. You know, this is what it's all come down to. And I'm going to try them on tomorrow, and he's going to check the length of them all. Because he said that my teeth were too short. It's probably to do with my massive lips, I don't know. But he hasn't said to me, are you going to dissolve your lips, or are you going to, you know, make your lips smaller or anything. He's not said anything about the filler in my lips. It just says that my teeth, that these ones at the top, it just says that they're way too small, and I think my teeth at the bottom were too long. I don't know, they were just a mess, to be fair, really, weren't they? Let's be honest. But my only thing when I came over here was that I don't want like rabbit teeth. Like, I don't want them to look stupidly long. So I feel like tomorrow, when I first try the teeth on, I feel like they're going to be quite long and I'm not going to like them. But that's why I'm trying them on tomorrow, so I can tell him like what's what. Some people choose their teeth shape. You don't do that here, so they don't give you an option with your teeth shape, because they're based on your teeth and how they were. So that will be the shape that you're going to have, which I'm happy about, because my teeth are quite squared, and so they're going to keep in with the theme of, you know, how my natural teeth were, because the dentist says that's the only way that they can be natural, if you have them for the shape that your natural teeth were, which makes complete sense. But a lot of people at certain clinics, they can choose their whole, you know, style of shape. But I don't know, at least it takes one thing off me, because I didn't know what shape I wanted anyway. I didn't know, because all I knew is I didn't want fangs, and because I've never really had fangs, and because it's going on my natural teeth, but obviously much better, I won't have big fangs anyway, so I'm really happy about that, because I was really stressed about what shape I should go for and everything else. But the fact it's going to be like how mine should be, let's say, and a proper shape based on the measurements that they took, I don't have that stress. I think I didn't say as well, but I went for colour BL2, which is the second one up from the very brightest kind of Hollywood white. Trust me, it's still very white, but it's just stunning. And I knew I wanted that colour anyway, and I knew nothing would swerve me, because obviously BL3 and BL4, they are very white as well, don't get me wrong, but when you go to the BL3, you can see that it's got yellow in it compared to the BL2. The BL2's got no yellow in it. I wasn't going to come here and pay for yellow teeth, you know. If some people might say when I get home, oh, they're a bit bright, I couldn't give a shit. I really couldn't, because I'm not going to pay for yellow teeth. I had yellow teeth all my life, just because that's how my teeth were. I paid a fortune for bleaching, only works for like a week, bleaching products, bleaching strips, tip-on veneers. Like, let me live my white teeth life now. you know, just let me live that white teeth life now, because this girl has tried to do everything to make her teeth white, and you know, you can't actually really make them white once that enamel's gone. So BL2 for me. There's not I don't think there's a massive difference between BL2 and, well, there is actually. I was going to say there's not a massive difference between BL1 and 2, but BL1 it just looks a bit blue. Like, it's that white, it looks a bit blue, if that makes sense. I know what I mean. So yeah, I went for BL2. It's just gorgeous, and I'm just so excited to see them. So yep, probably not much to say tomorrow. So the next time I'm going to check in with you will be on Friday, when I've had my teeth fitted, because I know that this video is incredibly long and it's very, you know, slapdash, because I'm not a vlogger. I just want people to know, like, my story, and, you know, big up my dentist. And so far that the dentist is bigged up, Izmir's bigged up. And like I say, it's not a holiday resort, but it's chilling, it's all right. I was nervous to come on my own. Don't be. You're all right. You can live by your rules when you're on your own. You're all right. And you're going to be at the dentist and be busy anyway. So if you're going to come alone, let this be your notification to come on your own and just get it done. You know, come to Dent35, because I ain't going to get paid for this, obviously. But I do recommend them so far. So yeah, I'll check in with you when I've got my new smile. 2 days to go. Right, so just a quick one from me. So these are the final teeth. How amazing are they? Crazy beautiful. I know I've got a filter on, but that's because I've had a massage in the hotel and I'm in my pajamas. Everything's packed. It's home time tomorrow. Today is currently Friday, so my treatment actually ended yesterday on Thursday. Everything went amazing. Just bear in mind, when you do have your teeth fitted, you do get numbed up again, because they like to clean all your gums, and obviously they rarely have to push. They have to push by pushing the tooth and pushing your actual jaw. So a little bit achy for a bit, but I didn't really get any pain afterwards, again, and I didn't wake up in pain. I had a checkup today again, and again they drilled some bits, so expect that on your final checkup if you have one, that they may have to drill some bits again. But remember, it's not your teeth at this point, it is the crown, so there isn't any feeling with that. Yesterday, I must admit, my face was probably number than it was on Friday. I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely ecstatic. They are beyond perfect. They're better than what I ever even could, you know, envisage them to be. Just amazing. So I highly recommend Dent35. Complete perfectionist from beginning to end. At times there's been a lot of waiting around for, you know, collections and pickups and things, but it's fine. You know, their appointments have always been on time. And yeah, their quality is just so good. Like, can you remember what I was like a few clips ago? Oh my God. And I was also provided a silicone gum shield that just goes on my top set. This is to wear each night, because my dentist told me that everybody kind of grinds their teeth in the night anyway without knowing it, just due to daily stresses and things. So yeah, he said it didn't really matter if you do miss a night, you know, you don't have to worry about it, but it's just recommended that you wear these. So yeah, I know it's been a long video, but I hope it has been informative for you. So Dent35, they are based in Izmir. My dentist was called Arda. Amazing company and amazing results. Over the moon. I mean, why wouldn't you be? From Jeremy Kyle to perfect smile. Bye.